Welcome back to Iron Lung Gaming. I am Iron Lung, here with episode 8 of our King in the Capital Let's Play. So let's get into it. We have a really big one today. It's a North London derby at home. Our odds are actually pretty good. I expected Arsenal to have better odds for this game. But I just want to get stuck into it, really. It's a big game in our season. And things have been going okay. We are in 7th. Somehow, Wolves still above us, which I can't really believe. But if we can carry on putting together some good performances, I do think that we can come good before the end of the season. I just have to do a little bit of fiddling with the squad because we had a cup game against Millwall in the midweek. So some of the players have been moved around out of position and things like that. I'm going to give Benton Kerr the start today with Paulinho on the bench. Where is he? Can't speak. Udogie is injured at the minute, which means Davies will be starting and Porro, and then we will have Jed Spence as backup. Solanke's still injured, Matthias Tell's still injured. We do have our fair share of injury problems, which is not so much causing us big issues right now, but it does make selection a little bit tougher week to week. I am just looking for... There he is. Guy is on the bench. I want him starting. I think I'm going to start Bergvall as well. So, without further ado, guys, let's get into this match. It is a big game, and it's one that I've been super excited for. So, let's see if Arsenal on FM26 are quite as good as they have proved to be this season. I'm hoping that we can come out, we are playing a gegenpress system, and I'm hoping that we can just limit the amount of chances they have, try and play them off the ball a little bit. We have a great team, the likes of Kudos and Kulusevski providing chances from wide, but so do Arsenal. This is a crazy good team. And of course, sitting in second place so far, doing very well, so I'm hoping that we can come away with a good result here. 3 points, of course, would be great, considering this is at home. We're always going to play for the win. But in a big game like this, that's it. Getting stuck in is exactly what I want to see. Bit of rain today, so we might see some big challenges going in. Kulusevski in the box. Has a stab at it. It's only early, so any chances we can create is good here, really. We just want to show that we can be dangerous on the ball. I did put dynamic highlights on, didn't I? Yes, I did. Here we go. Unfortunately, Arsenal picking up the highlight here. We know how dangerous they are from set pieces, so the last thing we want to do is give lots of those away. We've got a corner now. Slightly worrying. Declan Rice to take. Oh, how has that gone in? What was my goalkeeper doing? Van der Vaart there. Did that go through his arms? I want to have a closer look at this. Because it looks like Nkapie's got to the header and it's just gone through the keeper's arms. It has. He's tried to flap it down and he's just made a mistake of it. That was absolutely awful. So the game has been updated since I last played and recorded. We do have shouts now, so I am going to demand more. I don't know if the shouts are going to do anything. But I like having them back. It gives me something to do as the manager if I don't like what I'm seeing. So I've demanded more from the lads. Bringing the ball forward. Mohamed Kudos. He's had an early shot which has been blocked. And I'm not sure I like that from him. Try and work it in closer, mate. Arsenal getting the lion's share of possession here. And interestingly, Nkapie is playing out wide and Lewis Skelly tucking inside. Nice, Martinelli easy to dispossess there. Xavi Simons winning the header. He's not a tall player. And Saliba bringing down Gonzalo Ramos. A yellow card for him there. it's still early on in this game, so that could prove to be an important card there for William Saliba. Here we are. Let's craft something. Gonzalo Ramos, you're out wide, which isn't where I want you. Being dispossessed, we've got to try and win this back now. That's it, Pedro Porro. Getting himself on the ball. Bergvall, Simmons. This is exactly what I want. Have a go. And he has, and it's gone in the top bins. That's one apiece. It's all square now, at home. 17 minutes played. This is good stuff. Showing Arsenal that you can't just have your way with it. And this, look at this, all Xavi Simmons. Cuts around his man, gets into the box. And Raya does get a hand to it, but not enough. Great goal from the youngster there. This is why he's one of the lads we're going to build around. He's not going to be someone that we have for a season or two and move on, unless a really silly offer comes in for him. Because I want to build around him. I want to be a central piece of this team. Kulusevski getting back on defence there. Ben Davis out wide. No one closing him down. I get he's not the most dangerous player in my team, but he can still whip a cross in like that. Unfortunately, Ramos has just put that sky high. I've not put any instructions on. Any additional instructions for the team. For now, I'm just leaving my base tactics and letting the lads play at half time. I may well say close down Saka or tackle Odegaard really hard. But we'll wait and see. It's not been a bad performance for the first half so far, the first half hour. So I'm going to let them stay with that. Because we are doing well. Pressing the ball back into Arsenal's half quite a lot, which is exactly what this tactic is made to do. It's not about possession, it's more about territory. Force them back deeper and deeper. Try and win the ball high. This is where it becomes dangerous, because if they can beat that press, like Saka's done there. Ooh. Martin Odegaard scored. He's thundered that one past the keeper. Didn't look like he had much chance of saving it. Saka beating his man. Playing it into Odegaard, who still had a lot to do, but man, I'm disappointed with my defenders there. I think someone should have been tighter to him. You know he's dangerous, so you've got to mark him up. At half time, it is. So, address the team. We owe Arsenal after what happened in the last match. Let's go out there and get revenge. I like that. Kudos not been playing all that well. So I think I will take him out for Kolo Muane, who is objectively probably a better player, especially in terms of goal scoring for us. So we'll bring Kolo Muane on. And actually, I'm going to tell us to be positive as well. Let's try and play the ball forward. I didn't realise we'd been on balance for that whole first half. And this could help us punch back against Arsenal a little bit. Be a little bit more expressive. Oh, Lewis Skelly cutting that out. But we get the ball straight back. Very competent midfielders in this squad. Ooh. Come on, book him, ref. It's another yellow card for an Arsenal defender, so hopefully we might be able to force them to make some changes at the back that they didn't originally want to make. Although Arsenal's defensive rotation is very strong, and Kulusevski's giving the ball away there. Everyone's going to need to get back and try and defend. Saka's one-on-one. Oh, excellent stuff. Who was that? That was Benton Kerr there. Get him back and putting the block in. Well done, lad. Playing hard for the team. It's exactly what I want my DM to do. The issue is that Arsenal are relentless. They are going to keep coming at us. They're going to keep sending bodies forward. to try and just crush that will out of us. And unfortunately, in terms of the squad, we are not on Arsenal's level yet. Certainly not with some of the signings they've made this past season. I mean, we look there, do I have anyone who's the quality of Declan Rice? You know, maybe Xavi Simons? Maybe Mickey van der Ven and Mark Gahey are now at that kind of level? But your likes of Pedro Porro, Ben Davies, Bergvall certainly not yet. They're not there. Here we are, playing on the break. This is nice. Gonzalo Ramos again, going wide, and it's not where I want to see him. Play the ball off and get back in. Don't mind us running to the back. Playing it around. This is good. Simons. Oh! At least we got a corner out of it. That was such a good opportunity. Bergvall to put this one in. Go on. Oh, big save from Raya there. We know Colin Moane is such a big threat in front of goal. And he nearly had it there for us again. He nearly had it. Opting to go short when we've got the box surrounded. It's a brave choice, but if they're going to bypass the press, I guess it won't matter. But Pedro Porro back on the ball. Bergvall. That's it, guys. Be smart. Oh, Xavi Simons so close to a second one then. For a moment I thought that was in. 62 minutes in, I might look into some subs now. We have got some players just starting to tire. Predominantly the wing backs. And our attacking players. I think I will likely just do the two wing backs in a second. I'm going to wait until after this highlight because Saka cutting in and out again. Great tackle there. Great tackle from Ben Davies. I'm not going to swap us before the corner. I'll do our subs now. And although he's going off, a great showing there for Ben Davies. In fact, yeah, Tomiyasu doesn't get downgraded by playing on the left. So I'm going to play Tomiyasu on the left and Jed Spence on the right. Hopefully that can help us keep our width and push forward. I'm also going to look for a sub for Kulusevski. And I think honestly right now Richarlison is probably the best decision for that one. Yeah, let's bring Richarlison in. That leaves us with one more substitute, one more stoppage, which we're going to want to make soon if we're going to make it. Gonzalo Ramos not looking great, but we of course don't actually have another striker. I think I'm going to bring Paulinho on as a DM. He is technically an upgrade to Bentancur, but he hasn't been playing a lot, so he hasn't got that match sharpness. I don't want him to make a pivotal mistake, but at the same time, when you're nice tackle from Jed Spence, when you're down against a team like Arsenal, you just want to put your best lads on the team, you know? Get them all out on the pitch and hope that they can do something. Bergvall, it's not the worst attempt, but I'd rather him getting close. In fact, I am going to tell the lads not to shoot from distance. Refrain, no, that one. Discourage shots from distance is exactly what I want to do. And we're close to the demand more shout. It's coming. Arsenal with another goal kick, being a bit wasteful with our shots. Come on, that's it. Closing down in the midfield. Wonderful. Tomiyasu there winning the ball. Mickey van der Ven, Mark Gahey. Jed Spence. That's it. Pass and move, guys. See, Bergvall trying to do too much on the ball there. He's a sensational young talent, but it's a team game. We've got 11 lads on the pitch. Use them. Bukayo Saka breaking again. Oh, Tomiyasu's taking him out there. Of course, Tomiyasu playing against his former club. I picked him up as a free agent, but it wasn't that long ago that he was playing in an Arsenal kit and playing fairly regularly, which is why I picked him up. If a player of that quality is going for free, I will pick them up and look maybe to move someone who's got a high value on. Intercepting the ball there, Richarlison. Don't know if he can find someone else and switch the play. We've got a free kick, thankfully. It didn't look that bad, but Bergvall plays it in. Colin Morane. Arsenal just so tall, so good from set pieces. They've won one for themselves there, and I'm not sure. I am going to demand more, but it's not looking too good for us. Just the 2 shots on target so far. We have been wasteful in front of goal. Snatching at chances. Gonzalo Ramos, I think, has dropped a touch of form of recent weeks. Here we are, playing it forward again. Xavi Simons. Be smart, mate. You're a high IQ player. Find a pass. Well, he's won us another corner. Eze coming on for Martinelli for Arsenal. Their depth is just incredible. They remind me of City in kind of 2019 when they had like 2 starting 11 quality sets of players, and it just seemed impossible because late on in games when they needed to make subs, they were just bringing on these outstanding talents, you know, off the bench. And that's what Arsenal have turned into these days. Oh, don't be too open, lads. I don't think... Oh, our keeper did get a touch to it, so it is another corner. Don't let him get another one. We can still get a drawback from here. Just push forward, catch him on the break. And well to cut the play out there. Tomiyasu, play it forwards. Play it forwards. We're going to run out of time. And that's it. We have unfortunately lost 2-1. Of course, I'm not happy to lose. We wanted a win there. But the odds were against us from the start. Despite being at home, Arsenal just too strong for us. And with that win, they go top of the league. So, I'm not happy with it. But at the same time, it's not a result that we didn't think was maybe going to happen. Of course, Fulham is our next match, and I won't be playing that one on camera, guys. I'm going to play that one off camera, and I will be back for the Crystal Palace game. So if you give me a few moments, I will be right back. So it is the Tuesday now before our game against Crystal Palace, and I just wanted to draw our attention to some of our recent results. Of course, you saw the 2-1 loss to Arsenal. It was a close game, but not what we wanted. But I've played a few games before then and since. Of course, you last saw our 3-0 win against Barcelona in the Champions League. Since then, we drew 1-1 with Man City at home, beat United 1-0 away from home, drew with Newcastle 0-0. So it's been a kind of steady set of form recently. A big win in the FA Cup against Millwall, of course the Arsenal defeat, and then a win against Fulham, which has actually put us looking quite nice. We currently sit in 6th place with 13 wins, 6 draws and 9 losses. But as we can see, our goals against here pretty much the same as the likes of Arsenal, Liverpool, Manchester City. We can't touch City, Villa and Chelsea, who apparently just don't concede goals. But we are looking like we deserve to be in the spots we're in. With 6th place, if I can just take one more, if I can just push ourselves up into 5th, and that guarantees some European competition. And being in 6th, that's a lot better than, I believe it was 17th that Spurs finished last season. Under Ange, they had their difficulties massively defensively, which we have tried to rectify, although they're not exactly finished yet. But we do desperately need some better form. We have a couple of draws and a loss in our last 5 games. So going out now against Crystal Palace at home should be a big match and a kind of statement. We need to win this game and ideally win big, maybe with a clean sheet. Of course, we have signed Mark Gahey from Crystal Palace, and so we have kind of directly taken one of their best players. So many injuries for us. The injury crisis does continue with Mateus Tell, Destiny Adogi, Brennan Johnson, Dominic Solanke and James Maddison out right now. Although it seems like Kolo Muani, who took a little knock against Fulham in that last match, might be back in the rotation, so that is great, because anyone who has been watching the full series will know just how important Randall Kolo Muani is to us. So here we are on match day. We're going to have a little look at the squad. I changed it around because I didn't deem Fulham to be a really important game, so Danso can be removed now for Mark Gahey to come back on. Sarr is going to come on for Basuma. I just want to see... No, everyone looks like they're playing pretty well. So I'm going to give Gonçalo Ramos the start now for Kolo Muani, and he will start off the bench. Other than that, I think I'm pretty happy. Just a last minute check to make sure I'm not missing anyone. All the players I'd really love to have are injured. So without further ado, let's get into this match. Of course, not quite as much significance as the North London derby between Spurs and Arsenal, but Spurs Palace is still a London derby, and I would love to absolutely smash them today. As I said, it's a statement of intent match where we try and show that we are the stronger side in London, and not just that, that we are miles ahead of those kind of steady, middle-of-the-row Premier League teams. They do have a good side, Crystal Palace, but of course we took Mark Gahey from them, who will feature heavily for us today. I'm going to play positive, and hopefully we can get a good result. Kickoff highlight did not last long. Mark Gahey on the ball. Plays it out to Mickey van der Ven and Davis. This is good. Don't want to give the ball away. Play it forwards. Lovely stuff. Simmons. Now the flag goes up. It was offside, but again, a lovely move. Xavi Simmons trying to create the give and goes there from the forward line is exactly what I want to see. Move the ball fast. Bring players through the lines off the ball, because it's harder to defend. Someone went down there. I don't know what happened. It looks like Friedel did take out Kulusevski, so he might get a chance here. It's in scoring range, isn't it? It's in scoring range for Xavi Simmons. Let's see what he can do. Oh, on target, but Henderson saved it. But Pape Matar has tapped it back across goal, and Gonçalo Ramos with a much-needed goal to get him back in form. He hasn't been doing a lot in front of goal recently, and this will really help out his confidence. Look at that, great save from Henderson, but Sarr was there waiting for it, and Ramos just beat the defenders. Wonderful stuff. 4 minutes in, and we're a goal up. I've stuck with the Gegenpress system for this match. It's been hit and miss for us, but I liked what I saw against Fulham. We were really able to attack them and apply pressure. And I think Crystal Palace, a similar kind of team where they are not necessarily in a relegation battle and not like to be sucked into one, but they're not up the top. So hopefully we'll see a similar kind of run out from it. We do seem able to put the ball in their half, and we are dominating possession here. Palace really not getting a touch of the ball, and when they are, they're trying to bypass the press and send it long, so that is playing right into our hands. Oh, Mohamed Kudus not doing well there, but he has redeemed himself. And that's the sort of thing that I want from our forward players. If you lose the ball, that's fine, but work hard to get it back. Ooh. And again, we forced the save there. Dean Henderson might have a really busy day. He might really have to earn his wages. So far, just the one goal, but it's early days. Less than 20 minutes played. Palace have a highlight here. Ooh. A risky one. My goalkeeper, Van der Vaart, just flew out of his goal to meet that. I mean, super high risk. It's got Oh no! Kulusevski's gone down lane. That is not what I wanted. Not what I wanted at all. I was just saying then, Van der Vaart with that challenge. Kind of shades of Manuel Neuer, but this is awful if I'm being honest. Kolo Muani will come out there. I'll swap him with Kudus. Oh, yeah, I'll swap him with Kudus. It's not a sub I wanted to have to make this early, especially not under these circumstances. I've got the substitute, so I'm not too worried for this game and what it's going to mean for our creation, because Kolo Muani will do a perfectly good job replacing him. He's potentially even the better player, but the prolonged injuries. Oh, great goal from Mohamed Kudus there. I'm not quite sure how they've given Pedro Porro the assist, considering Kudus did so much of the work. This was a stunning goal. Kudus has it out wide, beats his man, cuts the ball in, touches it into the box, and then at a really tight angle flicks that one in with the outside of the boot. That was a wonder goal there from Mohamed Kudus. And he's a great player. He's another one that I think, hopefully, we can keep around as a Tottenham player for a long time. Because he's certainly not going to drop in value. He's a relatively young player. Here he is again, cutting into the box. This time he finds Kolo Muani, and that's another goal. So yeah, this gegenpress system against teams that are not quite as good on the ball, against some of those slightly more defensive counter-attacking teams, this seems to do wonders. This tactic. Palace really not able to create. They have got a lot more of the possession back. Maybe they're trying a bit harder to keep it now. But at 3-0 down, that's not going to mean too much for them. Of course, I'm forgetting, still only half an hour into this game. We could really rack up a tally now. I did say it was one of those games where we wanted to send a message to the whole league. Ben Davies, not who I want shooting from range, but at 3-0 up, I don't really mind. Why not, lad? Have a go. Obviously, he is someone who has been at Tottenham for a long time. I'd rather not replace him, purely out of loyalty to the player, who's been there through thick and thin, and actually is a pretty decent servant for us. Mark Gahey here, enjoying being on the winning side a little bit more often, I would have thought. Again, that intricate play by the forwards didn't work this time, but I can see what we're trying to do. Just pop the ball around and get a runner in behind. Xavi Simons forced to save from Henderson there. Oh, what a goal that is! I was kind of expecting this highlight to fizzle out, but Mark Gahey finding his man. Let's watch that one again. The corner wasn't great, was easily dealt with by Palace, by Maxime Lacroix. Muani had a shot, nothing there. This is interesting. Mark Gahey then keeps the ball for a while, flicks it in, and Kolo Muani is the man there, and he kind of slaps it into the turf and manages to beat Dean Henderson. It was an odd goal, but I'll take it. Could we get another one? 4-0 in the first half still. Surely Palace are going to firm up a little bit. And that's half-time bit. It looks like the lads are all keen to have a shot on goal and see what they can do. I am going to address the team. I am super happy. And I am just going to rest up Xavi Simons. He plays an awful lot of minutes for us. And rightfully so, because he's so talented. But I'm going to rest him up here. Give Bergvall a chance. Here's another one of our super high potential youngsters. So I don't think it's going to hurt us. Palace really struggling to stay in this one, if you could even consider them still in it. But so far, a good game for us. No highlights is almost, I'm happy with it. I'd obviously like to see something happen. Here we go, Ben Davies. Well dealt with by their centre halves, but ooh, he wants his hat trick, doesn't he? This is what I love to see. Every now and again, when the team is on fire against the team, everyone just seems to step their game up, and they all want to play like as well as they can. I'm going to make a substitute here, or in fact 2 substitutes, and I'm going to change Ben Davies and João Palhinha. I'm going to swap them over because I have the guys to do it. So Archie Gray is going to come in, another youngster that I'm excited about, and then Tomiyasu. He's already proved worthwhile bringing him in. It didn't cost us anything to bring him in. His wage is pretty insignificant. It's not nothing, but I think it's about like 60, 70 grand, which is not a lot for a club our size. And yeah, he's played a few times, he's put in a couple of relatively good performances, and he can play on either side, so it's kind of just hard to not justify him being in and around the team. He's not going to start that often, of course, but I don't need him to. I don't need him to. He's just a solid guy who I can bring on to relieve legs, or I can play him in a couple of cup fixtures, and he's going to perform well. I'm not going to be disappointed with him. He is one of those floor raisers, right? You have ceiling raisers. Oh, Ramos. He doesn't want to remember that one. You have ceiling raisers who can do the unthinkable, right? They can do things that no other player can. And then there's floor raisers who just bring that minimum level, that kind of expected level from the players up, right? So like Bergvall, we're hoping one day will be a ceiling raiser. Xavi Simons is a ceiling raiser. Whereas Tomiyasu and kind of Christian Romero, who now isn't a nailed-on starter, they're just there to make sure that when we have to rotate or when we make subs, the squad's not getting a lot worse. These guys are still able to perform at the level expected from a Tottenham player. Oh, well, they have mercifully got themselves a consolation goal, and it's a bit of a scrappy one, just pinging the ball long to Yami Pino, and then he's put in a cross that's found its man. It's not going to mean anything for the match, I don't think. I'm a little bit disappointed that Mark Gahey couldn't get a foot to that and put it out for a corner, but ultimately, as we approach the final whistle now, it's not going to mean anything. It looks like after selling Mark Gahey, maybe Crystal Palace are in a little bit of trouble. And there it is, another big win from us in a London derby. And realistically, we are looking good. We're still in 6th here, as we can see. Still 4 points behind Chelsea or Aston Villa. They're the 2 teams who are defending really well. But we are knocking on the door. 48 points, Wolves with 47, Newcastle with 45. Fulham of 44. Cool. Man United have just been dropping like a stone. Maybe Crystal Palace not having to worry too much. The teams at the bottom here, Burnley, who beat us unbelievably, 10 points cut adrift at the bottom of the table. And then West Ham, Sunderland and Bournemouth really are the teams being dragged into it. But of course, we still have, I think it's 9 more Premier League games to play. And we also have lots of Champions League games. So I think next time I see you guys will be, I think we'll do Liverpool away from home, and hopefully we can get a result there. And then we'll do the second round, the second leg rather, of the round of 16 in the Champions League against Paris Saint-Germain. We have had 2 really good results against PSG when we've played them. But now that we come to the knockouts in the Champions League, a lot on the line. Hopefully we can keep that up. So it's not actually going to be that long. It's still going to be in March. But I will see you guys then. Remember, if you've enjoyed this episode and want to catch any more of my content, it's all in playlists on the channel. And if you have liked today's video, please think about leaving a like or a comment down below for me. Until next time, I'll see you later.